Hi guys, how are you all doing? Merry Christmas. I'm so glad that you've tuned in. My name is Winfred. Thank you so much, the subscribers, the returning subscribers, those who are viewing for the first time. Please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for the comments, for the likes. I'm forever grateful. Today I'm going to be making something easy to eat that is not pizza but looks just like pizza out of simple ingredients. So just join me and see the ingredients that are going to help me make those surprise pizza that you may call it, but it's not a pizza. It's made out of simple ingredients. You will love it. Now the things to help me do this easy meal is a grater. You're going to have one, a baking tray, some baking paper, and a bowl, a sieve, a bowl with water, some potatoes. They don't have to be many, depending on your servings. Now my servings are normally more than 5 people, so I've used these potatoes. I'm going to use 4 eggs simply because my eggs are smaller. Some sausages, yogurt, 1 cup, oatmeal, 200 grams of flour, 2 tomatoes, 3 small carrots, as you can see them, and some spring onions, black pepper, some turmeric, and half a teaspoon of salt. Black pepper, half a teaspoon, turmeric, 1/4 spoon, and that's it. So we'll start off by grating our potatoes. They are already peeled, as you can see. Now I'm going to grate them so that I can easily work with them. You can go ahead and also grate them if you have. Now the potatoes that you're going to use depend on your servings. If your servings are more, you can go ahead and use as many as mine. But if your servings are less, if you're serving more than 5 people, you can use as many as I'm using, because I'm going to use about, those are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 potatoes. But if your servings are few, go ahead and use about 3 potatoes, 4 potatoes. You will love the results, guys. And you won't believe it came out of potatoes. Some of these ingredients we normally have at home, but we don't think much of them. We think we can just use them the way we are used to, but there are different ways we can give twists to our food and present it fresh on the table. Now each time we peel potatoes or we are working with potatoes, we need to soak them in water. Even the ones I've just grated now, in order to keep them fresh from discoloring, I need to finish here and soak them in water. So this is the first 3. I'll get them and soak them in water. That will keep them fresh, looking the nice color that they had initially. But if you forget and don't put them in water, chances are they will darken and you will not like the results when you're dealing with them. So in order for you to maintain that color, the moment you finish grating, please put them in water. It will keep them fresh. Now I've finished grating the potatoes. Now I'm going to grate also the carrots, because the two are going to work together. I don't have many carrots, but again, the meal that we are making does not need many, so you don't have an excuse as to why you cannot make this at home. Even with simple ingredients, remember the channel is all about easy meals at home, where you can eat like royalty with the simplest of ingredients. So even with a few, you can still come up with this meal that we are going to be making today. No excuse, guys. Go ahead and try it. I've got 3 medium carrots. They are not the biggest, as you saw. Actually, they are not even considered medium. They would be considered small. So I'm using 3 small carrots. I've started off with the things that need to be prepared so that when we start making, it's from one thing to another and there's no waiting. Now was the last carrot. Now it is time for me to work with the spring onions. Now I'm going to chop them up as well. They don't have to be small because it's nice if you can be able to see them. So as you can see, my carrots are not the most, but they will work. And I've also got some spring onions. They are not many, but they will be able to help me as well. With a tablespoon of oil, you let it smear all over your pan and then put the onions. These ones are going to cook for about 3 minutes. You give them a chance to get started and then you add the carrots. Together they should cook for about 4 minutes and that should be it. On low heat so that they don't burn. We don't want them browned. We just want to get the aroma out of the spring onions and the sweetness out of the carrots. And then we can work our magic with them. My heat is low heat, so you'll see they will not brown. They'll stay, just getting them a bit soft, and that's it. For 4 minutes as you mix. As you can see, they are not oily, just a little oil to keep them from burning. And now I'll take them off. I'll take them off and let them rest as I work with the other. I'm going to drain the water from the potatoes so that they are easier to work with. Until they are completely dry. So you make sure they are drained of all the water, because if water stays in there, it may not work well for you. Now I'm just going to transfer these to this bowl, so I'll pour the water out. Now I'm just going to transfer them to the baking bowl, because this one is not used for that. Now I'm going to wash my hands again, and then now I'm going to mix the carrots and spring onions with the potatoes. You will love this at home, guys, because it will be easy, tasty, and a bit confusing. If you are making it for kids, they would wonder whether that's pizza or potatoes, but it will be delicious because the spring onions smell lovely. Now I'm just going to try and mix these together. Remember, the potatoes were just grated. There was not anything much that was done to them. Now here I'm just trying to mix them together so that every corner of the bowl has got a bit of all these ingredients. And then I'm going to work with my wet ingredients. These ones are the ones I use to help bond my ingredients. Now this will sit, and then I'll put another bowl, and in there I'll put my eggs. I told you I'm going to use 4 eggs because my eggs are smaller, but if you have bigger ones, you can go ahead and use 2. Now I'm going to add yogurt to my eggs, and this is 1 cup of yogurt. So if you have yogurt, go ahead. It has to be plain yogurt. It's not, white yogurt. We don't use strawberry yogurt. You can use vanilla yogurt or plain yogurt. That would be okay. I've used vanilla yogurt. And to this I'm going to add some black pepper, salt, and turmeric. The reason why I'm going to add turmeric is because my eggs are white. They are not colored in any way, and I need a bit of color to my meal. So in case you have eggs that are egg yellow, you go ahead and use those. Now this is a bit of salt, black pepper, and turmeric. Again, the salt I've used half a teaspoon. If your servings are few, you can go ahead and reduce on the ingredients. I'm trying to mix this together so that they make for me the wet ground for my flour. Now time for me to bring in the flour. I have about 200 grams of flour, but I'll put in gradually as I mix so that I don't get crumbs. Once you see that it has mixed, the first lot has mixed well, then you add the next one until all the flour is dissolved. Guys, this is easy to try at home and enjoy. once you see there are no crumbs, you can stop. But if you see crumbs, then you mix until it is nice and fine. What I'm trying to do is remove all the flour that is stuck on the whisker, and then I can be able to put it away. But in the meantime, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and then for about 5 minutes as you're doing the last bits. Now, time for me to add the cabbage and carrot mix, the potato and carrot mix to the flour that I already made, and then mix all of them together so that they are bonded. Now I'm just mixing. I'm also going to be using sausages to top on there, but if you're vegetarian, you can stop at this level and not add the sausages. But because I'm not a vegetarian, so I'll add some sausage on here. These sausages were pre-fried halfway through though, so I'll be using those ones. So if you have sausages or leftover sausages, you can slice them up. They will do the topping on your meal. I have also some oatmeal and tomatoes that I'm going to use later, and a bit of cheese that I'll grate and put on top, as you will see as we get on. Right now I'm just trying to mix these together and be able to introduce them to the tray before they get in the oven. Now we'll set these on the side and then put our tray. I'm going to use this baking paper to line the bottom of the tray so that it does not stick. My paper is a bit small, and yet my tray is wider. I should have used a smaller tray, but I'll use this one. Now I've finished lining my tray, and time for me to put the I'm going to put a bit of oil on my paper. I had forgotten to put some. When you don't put, it will likely stick. So to avoid all that, you put some bit of oil and brush it over the baking paper so that it does not stick and burn. Remember, our oven was preheated, so it would mean that from here straight away I would be putting in the oven to bake at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. I need to put my mixture on there and then spread it. I like these spatulas that are soft, rubber, the kind that is rubber, because they can get around corners and do the work for you of cleaning up. So that way you don't leave anything in your containers. Now you just spread it out so that it's easy to cook and comes out in a nice shape. When this is ready, guys, you won't believe it's potatoes. Remember, they are raw, they are not mashed or pre-cooked in any way. But you'll be surprised when they are ready how they will look and taste. No wonder the kids get confused whether it's really pizza or potatoes. Now this is it, time for me to put it in the oven and let it bake. Now this will sit for 25 minutes. And once the timer goes off, I'll be able to work on that later. Now I'm going to be cutting the tomatoes that I'll use on the meal. You can go thin so that they are nicely spread on your bakings. They will look nice when they are nice and circular. So try as much as you can to get them in a circle form and thinly sliced, not thick. I'm also going to be grating some cheese. These will make our meal tasty, guys, and confusing to the ones who were not there when you're making it, because they will think it is pizza when it's not. It will look just like it, but you all know it's potatoes. And if you made this as your lunch meal, everyone will love it, especially those who enjoy cheese. Now already my sausages are sliced, so I'll just grate some cheese, and I also have the oatmeal that I'm going to be using to top. So now time for me to grate the cheese. It has to be frozen to come out nice when you grate. I had to use another grater because the other one is not working very well. You don't need a lot of cheese, but some bit of cheese. In case you're in Uganda and wondering where can I get cheese, it's in supermarkets, guys. Most supermarkets have cheese, so you can go in the frozen section and find it. And you don't need a lot, you just need a little bit. This will add taste to your meal. But as it was baking, I was preparing these ones that are going to go on. I'm about to take it out and you'll see how it looks, then we add these ones on. This is how it looks. I'm going to put tomatoes now. This will all add to the confusion. Those who will be eating will not know whether this is pizza or potatoes. I've just taken it out of the oven, so it is hot. And I need to do it really fast so that my oven doesn't cool and lose heat, so that when I bring it back in, the heat is still in there and I can be able to just continue with the baking. Now after here, I'm going to put it back in for about 15 minutes, and that should get the toppings ready as well and give me that nice. So I'm going to put now my sausages in the gaps. These are optional for those of you who are vegetarians. You can skip the sausages. I just wanted them in there because they were leftovers and I didn't want to put them to waste, and I know they will love them. So if you are vegetarian and you happen to find vegetarian sausages, go ahead and use those. But if there are no vegetarian sausages, then you will have to do with just the tomatoes and oatmeal and vegetarian cheese if you happen to find it. I don't think we have vegetarian cheese in Uganda. I'm not sure about that, so I won't say we don't because I've not seen it. But if you happen to find it wherever you're watching from, I'm so glad people from France are watching. Thank you so much for watching. Guys, do not forget to subscribe. Please, if you've just been watching and not yet subscribed, please hit that subscription button. Remember, subscription is free and you'll be able to get these videos as and when they drop in. I've got a Twitter handle, Facebook, the same goes to Instagram, Winfred Cooking at Homemade Easy, and you'll be able to find videos. Now I'm going to drizzle some grated cheese. This will help bond all these things together and add taste. Guys, this will be something when you serve it. And also I'm going to add some oatmeal. It will bring color. And this will be lovely. So I'll let it go in again for about 15 minutes and then I'll show you how it looks after. To take it out and see how it looks. I don't know, guys, if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but I love what I'm seeing. This is how it looks. It will be confusing to the eyes whether it's pizza or bread, but I'll slice it up so you can see. It is nice and soft. It's up to you. You can go square, you can go triangles, you can go anywhere as long as you get to eat it. That's the main goal. And I told you it depends on your servings and the size of your tray. It is hot. Now, time for me to take it out and show you how it will all look. This is where my lining paper comes in. It helps me remove it easily minus it sticking or burning. See how it looks, guys? This is tasty. Smells nice because of the oatmeal. Looks nice. The cheese adds the softness and gooiness. If you try it, you will not regret. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. If you have watched for the first time and happen to like it, do not forget to subscribe. Drop a comment and tell a friend. Remember, subscription is free. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye and God bless. That is how I'll plate my meal. This can go as brunch. If you happen to miss breakfast, this is brunch for you. You can go ahead and put tomato paste, tomato ketchup if you want. Otherwise, it's good even by itself because they are the fresh tomatoes that we cut and put the parsley or the oatmeal, the sausages, just a nice blend.